And we're live. Made it. A little bit late, but I made it. Got a couple people here already. Hello, Michael Bassett. How are you doing? Hello, Michael Bassett. How are you? All right. Just going to post the link here real quick. I'm doing well. We went to a little music recital for my youngest daughter this evening. She is playing violin, so that was fun. But now I'm back. Hello, Dave. So we're starting this an hour later than usual. So I understand that some folks won't be able to show up because, you know, it's late. It's late. But we'll still keep it going the usual hour. Give folks a minute to get here. And then we'll get started. All right. I'm glad that I made it. So, and I know some folks, for some folks, the 7 o'clock live stream is too early. So maybe some of the folks who can't make it to the 7 o'clock show can make it to an 8 o'clock show. Hi, Beta Ray Bob. How you doing? Happy holidays. It is, it's getting really close to Christmas. Hi, Josh. It's getting very close to Christmas, and it's not quite Christmassy enough around here. I still got to put a lot of my stuff away so we can get out the rest of the Christmas stuff, and we're running out of time. But I've actually cleared off a lot of stuff. Like right now, there's no clutter on my table. Hi, Byron. How you doing? There's no clutter on my table. All the toys are more or less put away. But I still have stuff, like, everywhere. Like, my Phantom X19 box is over here. And so I've still got some work to do. I still got to put a few things away. Hi, Delvis. How are you doing? But it's beginning to look a little like Christmas. Hi, Chad. Hello, Green Yeti. So yeah, and Jason, hello everyone. Yeah, we're about ready to get started. I like to start these live streams first by asking for thoughts and comments about the most recent review. Most recent review being Crimson Guard. So, you know, get your thoughts ready. Collect your thoughts about that. And we'll talk about that for a little bit. Midnight Range, new sub, first time in a live stream. Well, hello. Binge-worthy, thanks. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it. And John, hi from New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand from the United States. So yeah, I thought we'd start by talking about the CG, the Crimson Guard review. Hey, Brandon, you made it. Hi, Brandon. Since it was going to be the last review of the year, I wanted to put a little more effort into it and try to make it something special. Jin 1 Red Alert says howdy. Well, I say howdy back. And the thing turned out to be like, what's it, 36 minutes long? Which is, it's long. That's long. Hello, Kathy. Yes, we were at Audrey's violin music recital thing at school. So everything started late. But that's all right. We're still going to do a full hour. Thank you, Kevin. I'm glad you liked it. Yes, what's up, Green Yeti? Yeah, those silver Cobra symbols, the paint is pretty delicate. Um, Jeff A. Dragon lost his Joes in a house fire. That's sad. I'm sorry. That's tough. Hello, Javier Gonzalez. How you doing? Um, uh, Green Yeti is giving us a, Christmas jingle, but I can't sing it because I'm not allowed to sing anymore. Hey, Mike Murdoch. And Emilio Sousa says hello from Azores. Well, hello from the United States. Um, so even though the Crimson Guard review was more than a half hour long, at the end of it, I was still thinking of more stuff that I could have put in it. So, I mean, I think this is one frustrating thing about making um, this type of video is that no matter how much I put in, after the fact, there's always more that I could have put in. And so I always feel like I end up sacrificing something. And unfortunately, unlike like a blog post or something like that that's text, it's not easy to go back and add something or change something once it's up. So, I mean, the Crimson Guard featured so many times, especially in the comic book series. There's so much you could say about it. You could do a video for hours just talking about the Crimson Guard if you really wanted to cover everything. Crimson Shadow Guards, I probably will not cover those. That's a little bit outside the scope. Although I wouldn't necessarily rule it out. If I get my hands on one, I might do like a compare and contrast or something like that. Opening for the Crimson Guard review. Yeah. All right. Since it's the Crimson Guard, I had this idea. I thought it would be fun, if I were to talk to myself, right? Like two Crimson Guards, both looking alike, talking to each other. So I thought that might be a fun way to open the video. The problem with doing that is I'm only one person, so I had to get somebody who could basically play me from behind. So my brother was able to help with that. So I called my brother. My brother looks a little bit like me. The problem with my brother playing me from behind is he's got a bald spot right there that I do not have. So we had to wear hats. The whole purpose of the hats was to hide his bald spot. So Eric is doing pretty well. Thanks for asking, Byron. Hey, now, don't, let's keep everything PG. Play me from behind, not that kind of play me from behind. I know what you're thinking. Looks like we've got somebody here from Brazil. Hello, Brazil, from the United States. So I hope everybody was satisfied with the Crimson Guard review for the last review of the year. It's not the last video of the year, not by a long shot. Hello, Gray Fox. Thank you. Yes, Kathy, we are international. I think last year, what was the last review? I think the last review last year was like Iceberg or something like that. And this year I thought, I've got to do something that is a bit bigger. For the last, I think the last review of the year ought to be something special, kind of like the first review of the year is supposed to be a special thing. Well, I had been able to complete the Crimson Guard this year, so I thought that would be fitting for the final review. Yeah, Michael, the idea of the Crimson Guard being, just your neighbor, but instead of, going to bowling every Wednesday night, he has a clandestine meeting with people who are trying to take down the country. It's an interesting idea. Crash Diet Kathy, can we do a New Year's Joe collab? Sure, why not? Actually, hey, since you bring that up, okay, I normally do the live stream on Tuesdays, obviously, but next Tuesday is Christmas, and the following Tuesday is New Year's Day. So I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do that. I'm probably not going to. I'm probably not going to do a live stream on Christmas and New Year's Day. So, but I'm still going to figure out some way to do the live stream. I'll get back with you on that, but I'll figure out something. We got a little bit of time to work on it, but I'll figure out something. Midnight Range's birthday was on Sunday. Well, happy birthday, belated. Favorite Joe branded item that's not a figure or vehicle. So I guess that means play sets count. No, I have to think about that. Yeah, all the holidays fall on Tuesday for some reason. So yeah, maybe we'll do it on Thursday or something like that. Although I admit it might actually be fun to do like do a Christmas live stream or a New Year's live stream. That could still be fun, but I'm not, people will be doing their holiday stuff, so I'm not sure how many people will actually be able to attend that. What's up, Green Yeti? Oh, birthday on the 31st. Well, happy early birthday. Tony wants to suggest a channel for Convergence 4. Yeah, what channel would you suggest? Soon we're going to start putting that together. Last year, I kind of left everything to the last minute, so it was a little bit rushed. But this time, for 2019, I'm going to start early and have plenty of time to actually to put it together. Hooded Cobra Convergence, yeah. Oh man, I'm missing some of your comments. I'm sorry. Trying to keep up. How's the progress on the Defiant? It's stalled for right now because I had to take care of a few other things, but it's on the agenda. In fact, I really feel like I need to finish it in 2019. It's going to become a lot more urgent. Oh, sorry, yeah, Tony, I missed your what you said. Toy Galaxy. I have thought of Toy Galaxy, and I will definitely extend an invitation. We will see if Dan accepts it. Mike asks how I build the Cobra missile-based playset, especially trying to be careful not to break it, and how do you store it? Well, it's cardboard, so you just have to. I'm just really careful. And now that I have it assembled, I'm kind of just leaving it assembled. I'm not putting it in storage. I've got it in what I think is a pretty safe place where it's not going to get scuffed or knocked down or anything. So it's on display right now. Yeah, if I were to put it in storage, I would try to store everything flat and with layers between each of the pieces. And just very carefully. I mean, I don't know how to say it other than that, but you just have to be very delicate with those. Kaylee says, Analog Toys. I will definitely extend an invitation to Analog Toys too. I'm working on Cobra Convergence 4. Actually started working on it really at the end of the event last year. Kind of gathering ideas for who might participate next time around. Joseph, I'm his favorite G.I. Joe toy reviewer. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Green Yeti, I will have to get back with you on that. The agenda is not set yet, and it's a little early. It's a little early, so I have to talk with the other organizers to kind of work out the how it's going to go down. I know that Timmer has some very specific plans for Cobra Convergence 4, but we've got to get together and work those out, kind of hammer out the details, which we're going to get started on soon because, like I said, last year left it to the last minute. It all got done, but it was a lot of work in a short amount of time. Midnight Range, I'm not a firearms person in real life. I just try to look things up the best I can. So yeah, the family event was good. Audrey is learning the violin and is playing with the school orchestra. So they had a violin a strings recital. So it was fun. It was nice. It was nice to see their progress. And they can actually play songs, which is nice. I never ever had any musical talent, and so it's nice to see my kid actually doing that. Can I talk Form BX257 into Joe Fest? Man, I would love to. I would really love to. That would be fantastic. But I think it's quite a trip for him. I think it would be quite a journey. I would happily bring it up. He's like one of the top people, maybe the top person that I would like to meet. I would love to meet Kevin. He's kind of a hero of mine, so I would absolutely love to be able to meet him and shake his hand. Interesting idea doing a Street Fighter collab with the gaming channel. I'd have to think about that. I'd have to give it some thought. How much are Joe Fest tickets? They're not very much. Let me look it up, actually. Let's see, 2019 Fest. Good question. Oh, I would be thrilled. Yeah, Green Yeti, it's no lie. I would be thrilled to meet Kevin. Thanks for Major Blood's holiday advice. It's like Vogon poetry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can buy tickets at the door. But I wanted to see if I could look it up here and tell you exactly from the web page. As we get closer, I will start posting more information and trying to get everybody hyped for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's see here. Venue location. Okie dokie. Oh, hey, Joseph. Well, I'm glad you actually made it on. Thanks for joining us. Green Yeti, we can't hear the text. We can only read it. Okay, now where are the tickets? Let's see. That's for tables. Vendors, merchandise, it's on here somewhere. It should, from the looks of it, it should be really big. They've got a lot of guests. It looks like they have a lot of vendors. I will have a table there, and I'm working out what to do at the table. I can't tell you one thing. I will have at my table. I will have some secret code books. So if you want a secret code book, which is normally only available to patrons, hey, show up and meet me in person and I'll give you a secret code book. Hey, somebody say they had a Flint Dilly podcast. Who said that? I'm sorry, I'm missing some of the chat, and I apologize for that. I can't keep up very well. Any plans to review the General at some point? I haven't yet, and I will get to it, but I don't know exactly when I will get to that. So somebody has a podcast with Flint Dilly. I hope that person will email me so that I can check it out. I admit I'm a little bit behind on my podcasts, but I'm trying to catch up. Okay, well, I was going to give you the ticket prices, but now I can't find them, so I'll get that information for you later. The 90s Joe reviews. Well, good. I'm glad that you like the 90s reviews. I know that's not everybody does, and I appreciate that you are still enjoying the 90s reviews despite my criticisms of them. So that I appreciate a lot. That means you are an independent thinker, and that I think is great. Let's see. Yeah, the action scenes, I really like to bring those back. Joburg does such a great job of those. It'd be really tough for me to do like action scenes on the level that Joburg does. Those guys are really great. Hello, Roberto. How you doing? Yeah, I think Joe Fest is going to be a lot of fun. And you know, a lot of the folks from that regularly went to JoeCon seem to be going to Joe Fest, so it'll be nice to see those guys again. So yeah, it'll be nice to see those guys again. JoeCon became an event where you'd have friends that you would only see once a year. So you go to see those folks, and that was one of the main reasons to go. And one of the reasons why I was disappointed that they were discontinuing it. Hey, there's no, if you like 90s Joes, there's no shame in that. It's, it's just a matter of preference. Yorktown Joe, that's linked to Ho Fest. Excuse me, sir, it's not Ho Fest. It's Joe Fest. I bet there won't even be any hoes there. 84 Duke review. Oh, you broke his crotch right in the middle of the review. Oh man, oh that's painful. He broke a Duke 84 crotch in the review. That I feel your pain. I consider myself extremely lucky that hasn't happened to me yet, but I feel like it's probably just a matter of time before it happens, and so my sympathies. Hoses for figures. That's the yeah. Do I always do live streams alone, or do I ever do panels or hangouts? Right now, I'm doing the live streams on my phone, and so this is just kind of the only way that I can do it. But I'm hoping that sometime next year I can upgrade the live streams and maybe have some guests and do stuff like that. I think that would be fun. I think I would enjoy having somebody to talk to on here, like talk to. Although I enjoyed talking with you guys in the chat, but I think it would be fun for two of us to talk to you in the chat. So I would love to have like one of the Joburg guys, or one of the other, just any of the other Joe reviewers, like Joe Fan 82 or anybody. I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh, somebody mentioned Toy Polloi. Toy Polloi is really good. I mean, that what a fantastic niche to have, doing toy repair. Because, you know, if you collected vintage toys for any length of time, you know, at some point you're going to have to do surgery on a toy. Um, Green Yeti has some sad news, and sharing, and Javier says, you sharing any ideas with us about CC4? Not yet, not yet, but I will work on that. There are some ideas, and there's work has been done on Cobra Convergence 4, but there's still a lot of stuff still needs to be worked out. But I'll be starting that early this year to give myself plenty of time to get it all done before the launch day. Yeah, Midnight Range. It is nice to have friends on the show. It's just a limitation that I have right now that I can't do that, but I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it. Mr. Hurley says, "Do you accept Joe artwork? In what sense? Like people sending me artwork, or I'm not sure what you mean." I did some Joe artwork. Where was it? Hold on. It's the only thing I have within arm's reach. Oh yeah, see this? I did this Snake Eyes. I think it turned out all right. So I thought, since 2019 is going to be an expensive year, I might raise a little bit of funds by putting some drawings up on eBay. So we'll give that a shot. I'm actually fairly happy with how the Snake Eyes turned out. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but you know, I'm not a professional, and I know how to do artwork just enough that I can see all the mistakes, but I just can't necessarily fix them. I worked on a four I'm a little less satisfied with, but like I did a Duke, but I'm not as satisfied with that one. I got another idea for Duke though. So when I have a chance to draw again, I've got a different idea for a Duke drawing that I think will be better than that one. Zartan, hey, I like drawing Zartan. That's a good idea. I'll probably see if I can do a Zartan. Oh, hey, it's Gaz here. Hello, Gaz, wherever you are. Tony liked the Storm Shadow thumbnail. Thank you. I actually drew a Storm Shadow today. While I was at work, I had a little bit of a break, so I just pulled out a piece of paper from the printer, and I just drew it. It's not like on nice sketch paper like that, but it turned out all right. Okay, Green Yeti's brother threw the G.I. Joe figure based on me and broke the arm. I'm sorry. Well, see, there you go. Now you got to do some surgery on a figure. You know, that's the life of a toy collector. Every once in a while, you got to repair these things. Zakivin75 says, "Can I send you a drawing of some Joes?" Sure, you can. I will. Hold on. Let me drop in the chat my email address. Isn't it fun to sit there and watch somebody type? Isn't that riveting? Gotta make sure I do it right. There, okay. There's my email address. So anything you need to email to me, you can email me there. The email address is very long, as is the channel name. By the way, a little bit of HCC Hoodie Coco trivia. I picked that channel name basically because I wanted something that was unique. I wanted it to be based on something that I liked. I really liked the hooded version of Cobra Commander. So that's the source of that. I just wanted something that I wanted to reference something that I really liked, but also have some other slightly more obscure reference. So I took the 788 from the his tank. But you know, I never thought that the channel would get this big, and if I had, I probably would have chosen something shorter, because Hooded Cobra Commander 788 is quite a mouthful. It's really long when you write it out, and even when I have to say it for the videos, it can be tough to get over those words. Oh, hey, I have a super chat from Chad. Can I request a badass Flint drawing? Sure, like Flint busting Cobra Trooper heads. Hopefully I could place... Okay, Chad wants me to do Flint with the opportunity to win it. Okay, I will... let me make a note of that. Let's see, I just need some scrap paper. Let me write. Let's see, Chad wants Flint. Yeah, I'll... okay, I'm going to try to remind myself to do that. I like Flint. I really do. I really do. Next time I have a chance to sit down and draw something, I'll try to remember to draw Flint. So yeah, but I thought putting up some drawings on eBay might be a way to raise a little extra funds to fund the trip to Joe Fest and other expenses for this year. One of my goals for this year is to replace my laptop, this laptop right here, which is way underpowered for what I need to do. This laptop can really just barely handle those big multimedia files that I have to work in. So I need something better. So this year I think is going to be the year that I replace that thing. So for these reasons, I'm trying to, you know, just raise a little bit here and there to try to make that happen. But I really think next year is going to be great. I know some of the stuff that's coming up next year. I don't have it all planned out yet, but I have certain benchmarks to hit next year and certain high points that I think we're going to hit next year. And I hope you really like it. What do I think of the Cobra Commander that dressed in black? Of course, I prefer the blue, but the black is not bad at all. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with a black figure. Black generally looks great, so I approve. Mail away blue uniform. Okay, somebody's talking about Starduster. I've missed something. Sorry. I apologize for not keeping up with the chat. I always apologize for that, but I try, but I can never do it. Yeah, Lazarus, I'm really hoping that that 2019 is a big banner year. I have a good feeling about it. Repro decals. I used to have no problem with. I guess I still don't have a problem with repro decals in general. If you just don't have any decals at all, if you don't have any other option. But I've actually only used repro decals one time on my 1984 Cobra Stinger, and they worked out fine. If I were to sell it, I would disclose that they are repro decals. Not every collector wants repro anything, and I can sympathize with that, believe me. Let's see, what did I use? I used Cobra stickers, which they do a pretty good job with the repro stickers, but I can't claim to be an expert because, like I said, I've only done it once. So others may have other, different thoughts about those stickers. I mean, they looked fine. I can't say that they didn't look good. They did. How many total Snake Eyes figures is there? Does anybody know? Yojo.com would know. there is some conversation about wrestlers going on, and I don't know nothing about wrestling, so I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves. Um, anyway, yeah, Jenna is correct. They are not exact reproduction stickers. If I were to, I think actually that's maybe a plus for me. The fact that they're not exact copies of the original. It'd make it a little easier for a buyer to be able to tell that it's not original. And I would hate for a buyer to get something that wasn't what the buyer was expecting. I don't think that's good. Hello, David. How you doing? It's nice to see everybody. We got like 83 people in here. That's awesome. Cool. And we're an hour late. We're an hour late, and we got 85 people in here. That's awesome. And thanks everyone for your thoughts about the Crimson Guard review. I hope everybody liked it. I hope it was adequate as a final review of the year. Not the final video of the year, but the final review. I've got other stuff coming up that should hit closer to the end of the year. But I wanted to send us out with a bang. So hopefully the Crimson Guard review did that. Yeah. What kind of computer am I looking for? I don't have a specific kind of computer that I'm looking for. Just some upgrade from this one. And I'd have to look up the specs to remember exactly what's on this one. But this one is pretty weak. It was a gift, and I appreciate that. Mrs. HCC got me this laptop at a time when I absolutely needed it. And if she hadn't got me this laptop, I would have had to shut down the show because my old laptop died like right in the middle of I was trying to make a video. I was trying to edit a video. And if I hadn't got this laptop, I wouldn't be able to make videos. So it served me well, but it really struggles with those big files. So I'll look into it, but I know I need something a bit more powerful. Tony liked the Robo Joe review. Thank you. Yes, Susan saved the show. Everybody remember that. Everybody remember that. Susan saved the show. Mrs. HCC saved the show. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good. But it's probably time to retire it pretty soon. Hebrew missed the Crimson Guard reviews. He thought I had done one before. I did like a short video about the Crimson Guard, but that wasn't a full review. The one that went up on Sunday was the full review. Gold plastic syndrome. You know, this is why I can never be like a super popular channel, right? Because I'm too silly and I can't do anything just normal, right? I can't just sit here and talk about gold plastic syndrome. I gotta make a commercial out of it, you know? But that's my sense of humor, and, you know, damn it, I gotta amuse myself every while doing this show. See, I would, yeah, normal is boring. I agree with that. You know, I see some very, very popular channels, huge subscriber count, and I watched the show and it was like, eh. Normal is a setting on a dryer. That's right. That's right. We don't do normal very much here. It's quite abnormal. In fact, one of my goals is always to make every video a little weird in some way. Javier Gonzalez, 7,000 subs. Well, you know, hey, for me, 7,000 subs is phenomenal. I mean, compared to channels with 1 in 200,000 subs, it's pretty small. But in my universe, 7,000 subs is fantastic. It's huge. Like I said, I wasn't expecting the channel to get this big when I started it, which is why the channel has this crazy long name instead of something short and easy to remember. Mike Murdoch, see, an idea, get with Joburg, Form BX257 and others, talk about the knockoff shows like the core and other stuff. I tell you, I don't know if the other guys would go for it, but I would enjoy that. I got a lot of use out of the core figures when I was a kid. I thought they were, okay, I'd be overstating things to say I thought they were great. I thought they were good. First of all, they were cheap. And when we started customizing, some of the parts were compatible with Joe parts. So you could actually customize them together. And that was a big deal for me. Plus, sometimes I just use them as like cannon fodder, or like if I'd have like another army come in that was all the core figures. If somebody needed to get blown up, you know, the core guys were always the first to die. But still, you know, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, we got a lot of use out of the core figures. And I thought it was fantastic that they were so cheap. That's what I mainly remember about them, is that, you know, I go in to pick up my Joes, and then, like, for the price of one, you know, Joe figure, I can get several figures of the core. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take this, and we'll do something with it. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I don't know how other folks used the core figures, but we got a lot of use out of them. We really did. The ultimate green shirts, yeah, something like that. The core was like the GoBots of the Joe world. Yeah, sort of, but you may recall that the GoBots actually hit U.S. markets before Transformers did. So, you know, GoBots was there first, you know. Transformers came in after and was much more successful. David Sharp, next Marvel review. The next comic book review is in the works. That's one of the things that I've been trying to get to, but I haven't been able to just because of other things going on. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It should be coming this month at some point. There are actually quite a few videos coming up, you know, by the end of the month and early next month. So there's a lot coming. There really is. And then the next actual big review will be the second week of January. That's the way we always do it. The first review of the year is the second week of January. And it's always a big vehicle or playset. So it will be something big. I have it. It's ready. And it's going to take quite a while to shoot that review. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a really big review starting 2019. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to next year. I really am. We're going to have some really cool events next year. I'm already working on it. Curtis wants to come over and bring his Joes and play. I mean, you can't. You can. It's kind of late here, though. We're, you know, it's kind of tired. Tomorrow. Do you bring him tomorrow? A skid mark. WWJD85 liked the skid marker review. Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. I have to make everything a little bit weird. I'm sorry, I was just remembering what was in the skid mark review. We had some fun with the skid mark review. We did. The plastic was substandard. I guess you're still talking about the core plastic on the core figures was not as high quality as the typical Joe figures. Don't Google airtight. Look, I warned everyone not to Google airtight, and then I get a bunch of messages like, "Oh, I Googled airtight, and oh my God, I can't believe." Well, I told you not to do it. Don't do that, with your kids around, or like you're sitting there at work with somebody looking over your shoulder, and you start Googling airtight. It looks, Ah. Yeah, the skid mark. Well, skid mark has a different meaning. It doesn't only have that meaning, but it does have that meaning. And you're selling it to kids. And what's a kid gonna think? You give them a figure called skid mark. What's a kid gonna do with that? What do you think? They're kids. Oh yeah, that was dinner. I was trying to hurry to get back to you guys, so we just grabbed dinner on the way home. So, so I get on here and talk to you. Jenna, I hope you're the only one. Just don't Google airtight. It's not important. You know what? In fact, there's nothing there. There's no point. The Hershey squirts. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. We're going there, huh? Real mature, guys. Real mature. We had a lot of fun with the skid mark review. That was one of the more enjoyable reviews to put together. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have news to share or anything like that. Like I said, I wasn't super prepared to do this, and so did the family thing first, and then mature is a setting on a very, very nice. I see what you did there. That was well done. Well done. Yeah, Michael, I can shoot Lobotomax one more time. Now, okay, there is a rule that I follow, though. All right. There are figures that I like and figures that I don't like. And I have no problem taking a shot at the figures, right? I'll take all the shots at plastic, but I try not to ever take any shots at people. I do not accuse people of, being, wrong or stupid for liking something that I don't like or not liking something that I do like. I would try to be careful to confine my comments to, at least my negative comments, to the actual plastic. So it's a rule. It's a rule, because one thing I do not want to do is I do not want to start some, squabble, some flame war, some infighting amongst the fan community over something that's not that important. Let's try to keep in mind that we are talking about plastic, we are talking about toys. Talking about them is supposed to be fun. Even if we have fun, if we make fun of them and we ridicule them because they're ridiculous, that's all fine. But let's all remember that we are people, and we shouldn't be attacking each other over plastic toys. How's the True Heroes line to you? The True Heroes line is, obviously it's a major step down from the quality we'd expect from Joe's. But I tell you, a lot of them look really good, especially like the vehicles look really good. They're really not bad. And I know a lot of Joe collectors like to pick them up because for the most part they are compatible with G.I. Joe. Excuse me. They are compatible with G.I. Joe, so they're awesome, really. Sometimes you wish we get some of those vehicles for Joe's. That would be awesome. But if Hasbro put that stuff out, it would be a lot more expensive. It'd be higher quality, sure, but a lot more expensive. Is Bulletproof molded after Arsenio Hall? I don't know, but that's a very funny idea. Arsenio Hall. Now, Arsenio Hall, there's somebody who used to be famous and ain't famous anymore. But I really liked Arsenio Hall. You know, the Arsenio Hall show came out at a time when I was of an age when I wanted to be, you know, cool. And all the cool kids watched Arsenio Hall. You know, the Tonight Show, that was for your parents. You know, Arsenio Hall was for the kids. So, yeah, the dog pound and all that. Yeah, it was unbelievable how popular that was at the time. So, you know, I was in the right age range for that to appeal to me. I remember Arsenio Hall. That was a fun show. He voiced Winston in the Ghostbusters cartoon. Well, yeah, there you go. Probably Oscar nominated for that. Did he get an Academy Award for that? No, it's fine. I'm thinking back to the Arsenio Hall show. You know, I haven't gone back and looked at any episodes of the Arsenio Hall show since then. I would bet, though, if you did look at it, it would feel very dated because it was super trendy at the time. And everything that is trendy eventually goes out of fashion, and you know, but I'd be interested in going back and looking at some of those episodes. Thanks for bringing that up. You got me thinking about Arsenio Hall now, which is funny. But now I'm curious. I'm gonna have to go look up some of those episodes and see what the show looks like now. I bet it feels very dated now. I bet it does. Have I seen Acid Rain figures, very high quality Joe size figures? I don't recall seeing those, so I don't think I can comment on them. Airwolf, yeah. Airwolf. Now there was a good show. Well, it was a good show for the time. You know, some of those shows like Airwolf, you know, I go back and watch them and try to relive the nostalgia. And if you go back and watch them, you know, Airwolf was the show with the wicked cool helicopter, right? But, you know, the helicopter is never in the show as much as you want it to be in the show. And you're like, come on, show the helicopter. The show's about the helicopter. Give us the helicopter. The supercopter, come on. And not only that show, but like shows like Knight Rider, even going back to like the Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk, you know, or like Wonder Woman, you know, the old 70s Wonder Woman. They didn't have like as much action as you want it. You know, you want to have a whole show filled with, you know, Wonder Woman. You want to see Wonder Woman in your Wonder Woman show, but budgets being what they were, you know. But at the time, as a kid, I would sit through the whole 30-minute or 1-hour show, you know, waiting for that one scene when I would see the Incredible Hulk, or you know, or Airwolf. You know, that's the A-Team. Yeah. Oh man, I love the A-Team. All right, now you guys. Now I'm going to have to go watch some old TV shows. You guys have got me in the mood for watching old TV shows. Yeah, and Night... I actually, a few years ago, I actually did go back and watch a couple episodes of Knight Rider, and it's like, it was not the way I remembered it. I have to admit, it was not the way I remembered it. I remember The Highwayman, though. Yeah, I remember all these shows. I used to watch way too much TV when I was younger. I watch much less TV now. Three's Company. Yeah, Linda Carter, Eric Estrada. Oh, wow. So, that's fun. You know, in some ways, I'm kind of glad that G.I. Joe came out when it did, and in the 80s it had like a cartoon show. I'm also kind of glad that they didn't give us like a live action show or a live action movie back in the 80s, because I have a feeling that if they had done that, you know, with budgets and special effects being, you know, what they were at the time, I have a feeling it probably would have been terrible. So I kind of, it's one of those things where, you know, be careful what you wish for. We may have wished to have a live action G.I. Joe movie back then, but I have my doubts about Hollywood's ability to give us one that wasn't bad. The Masters of the Universe movie. Well, there you go. Case in point. The Masters of the Universe movie. Look what they did to that. Oh yeah, Adam Airwolf. Laverne died today. Penny Marshall. So rest in peace, Penny Marshall. Yeah, we've lost a lot of celebrities and artists this year. Remember back in 2016 when a whole bunch of people died, a whole bunch of famous people died, and we thought it was like, you know, how is all this happening right now? It's just, it's a cursed year. Well, we've lost a lot of people this year, too. Yeah, they're dropping like flies. How's Betty White feeling? Somebody check on Betty White. Make sure she's still feeling all right. And get her anything she needs. If she's slightly uncomfortable, you know, you'd help her out. We need to keep Betty White around. She's one of the last ones. Yeah, Stan Lee. Yeah, Stan Lee. That was, I can't say it was a surprise because he was very old. But he's just somebody that I mean, it seemed like you'd always have Stan Lee around. He was just ever present. And for such a long time. So, yeah, that one was a tough one to absorb, the loss of Stan Lee. I just hope that in his final days that, you know, he was at peace and comfortable, and that he was, you know, satisfied with the life that he led. And that's, what more can we ask for than that? That's what we all should hope for, I think. Yeah, I think it was 95. You're doing all right when you make it to 95. My grandfather, who passed away, was 93. So once you get past 90, you know, well, you're really old once you get past 90. Yeah, it's yeah. Anyway, I'm not thinking about Arsenio Hall anymore now that everybody's talking about everybody dropping dead. So thanks for that. Now we're going to start spreading death rumors. All right, come on, people. Paul McCartney is still alive. All right, well, we're closing in on an hour, so I didn't want to keep this live stream to an hour. So thank you for joining. And we'll do it again at some point. I don't know. I will let you know as early as I can what we're going to do next week, since Tuesday lands on Christmas Day. So we'll do something. I'm just not sure exactly what we're going to do. You know, I hope everybody has a great holiday. We got some more stuff coming up, and it's going to be, it's not the end of the year yet. We got some cool stuff coming up even before New Year's, but 2019 is going to be big, and I hope you're all with us for it. So I think that's it. I will wrap it up now. Thanks everyone for showing. I'm really tired. It's kind of late. It's been a very long day, so I'm going to chill out for a little bit, and I will see you all again soon. And until then, I'm going to push this button so I can turn this thing off.